Okay guys, stay tuned. I'm going to show you how I made this really cute Love is a Crazy Ride card. Be great for Valentine's Day or just a love card to your significant other. This is the envelope that goes with it. And you're going to need your scoring wheel if you have that, or your scoring pen if you have the Explorer Air. Stay tuned. How to assemble the Love is a Crazy Ride card. It's a great Valentine's Day card or even just a love card to your significant other. This is one of my favorite cards to make for Valentine's Day, and it is kind of involved card. It's not super hard, so don't be nervous, but I'm going to show you how to assemble it and everything because there are a lot of cuts and a lot of scoring lines that you have to fold on. So first you're going to start off in Design Space. I do already have the card here in my projects, but I'm going to show you how to locate the card. So in the projects area, search for Love is a Crazy. That's all you have to put in. And it should be the very first option right here. Now I like it as is, so I can just hit make it now. But if you want to add a different personal saying, like add on to the saying in the card, you can. Go to Customize. And now, as you can see here, there's a white card in the background. And it's all grouped together. So we need to ungroup this. Alright? And then you can either detach this and take out this saying and make your own completely. Or if you want to just like add, like love your name or whatever, which that's what I'll show you real fast. Just add a text box, type in what you want to say. Now, I'm going to change it to something simple, but when you're going through these texts, make sure it says writing. It has to be a writing font or it will not write. So we'll just do this one for time's sake. And we need to also change it now, don't forget, from a cut to a draw. Which that's right up here. Hit draw. And then you can size it on your card. And put it anywhere you like to put it or whatever. And then before you're done though, you have now to attach this to this. So select all this and hit attach. You can't group it because grouping it just keeps it all together on the screen, but when it goes to cut, it's going to put on separate mats and you don't want that. So now that it's attached, it will stay in that spot and where you need it to be. And we can now put these back together as grouped. And so now, when we hit make it, this is that white card, the background. This is your envelope. And this is your front of your card. And you see here, it's in the exact same spot where it should be. And the Cricut machine will draw that. So let's cut it and I'll show you guys how to assemble. All right? Okay guys, so we've already got it all cut out. So you should have a white piece of cardstock like this. This is your envelope cut out. And then before I took the red one off, I'm going to show you guys a little tip on this because there is a lot of cuts. And this is very fragile in these areas. You don't want to rip them off too fast. As I'm sure most of you guys know how to do this. Just flip your mat over and you peel the mat away from the cardstock. And then do the same thing. And on this one, I like to do a little bit of the bottom first. So we get about to this point here. And then I'll flip it back over on this way and I'll do this side. And kind of pull this way. Alright. Because these things can rip very easily if you pull too hard. And real quick, I want to save these three little roller coaster cutouts. Easier to use this. And I'll show you the reason why here in a second. You're also going to save the hearts here too if you'd like to find a reason for those. Alright, so there's a lot of score lines, so it does seem intimidating, but it's really not that hard. But first off, you can see here some of these didn't weed out. So all you do is put your finger back behind it and just roll over it. It should weed them out. There's a couple here. Just keep doing that and that'll come right out. Sometimes turn it over and grab it from the back, it'll be fine too. That should have got them out. There's one little one here. There it goes. Alright, so there's two difficult parts that's kind of difficult. Is the bottom one here, which so I always start from the bottom, work my way up. So I like to just take my fingers back behind it, and you want to get as close to this score line as you can with your finger back behind, and just pull forward. And holding your finger down here too, trying to help it. Okay. And then just get it kind of halfway there. You don't have to do, perfect yet. And then here's your next score line. Bend that one back. Bend this one up. Okay. There's 3 back here. It's kind of hard to see. There's one there, and then one right here. The best way to do these is take your hands like this and fold it forward. Same thing with this one. Hope you guys can see this. I know it's kind of an odd spot. And then same thing with this one. Okay. And then they should be like that in there. And then now you can do your 2 side ones here, here, and here. And then you want to do the top one here, which is kind of fold it like that. See? And then this one here needs to go down, and this one back here like this. And then I like to go ahead and try to fold it up. Like so. Just go real slow, don't force anything. And then I can try to get that bottom one real good there. Like so. And then it all should fold down like that. And that right there should do it. All right. So now, move your little carts here, right here. What we'll do next, put those right there. You need to fold this one, as you can see that cut line there, hopefully. Or score line, sorry. Fold there on it. I like to use a bone folder. This just helps you get your really nice, crisp, clean fold there. Now I like to work on the back again. So this is how it should look. Flip it over. You can use any kind of glue you're comfortable with. I like the Arts glitter glue. It dries very quickly and it's clear. And I like the needle applicator because you really can control your glue. Because you don't want to get it too much. Just enough to make it stick. Up here on the sides. One dab there, and there. Might get around here in this corner. Alright. And then put it on here and just gotta try to, the good thing about this glue too is it doesn't dry instantly, so you can kind of move it around. It's one of the benefits of having glue instead of using dry adhesive like tape or something. And then in here, see those 2 little ones you gotta get down inside of there? Right over there. I like to use our weeding tool and just take the back end and just push down on them. Like so. And that helps secure that. Now let's go ahead and do the top. So just put some there. Down this line here, over here. Alright, and the same thing again, you just push it or press it together, and then I go ahead and try to fold down again. Alright, now the last one you got to do is this one. This one I've had problems with in the past. So it's kind of hard, but you want to kind of have it angled up, not real high, but a little bit. So let's put a little glue back here. Because if you put it too low, then it's not going to fold up right. So that's the really key here. So kind of like that. So it's just angled up just slightly. But not a whole lot either. You'll be too much again. And I've ran into that problem, and I've had to throw the whole card away. So learn from my mistake. Don't put it down too low. And then to test it, right there, it folds up perfect. So that's really the key, and that's been the one I've had the most problem with on this card, is this top one here. You want to just make sure it's either straight up and down or just angled up a little, slightly bit. And that makes it perfect. Now, there's a couple other things I like to do to this card. So here's where these come into play. So I like to make more of them like cars going down the tracks here. So I take, and this littler piece is your front of each car. So let's go to the back. I just put just a little bit of glue, like this. And I like to put them up here on the front, just going like it's going down the track. Let's do the second one. Again, remember your little part is your front. Just a little bit of glue. And then the last one. Remember, that's your front. Don't take much glue at all, just a little bit. And then there you go. Looks like another set of roller coasters going down as this pair back here. Another thing I like to do is add some glitter on this big heart here. You don't have to do this at all. I'm not a huge fan of glitter, but for Valentine's Day card, you'd like it to be a little sparkle. So I just take this, and don't take much glue. I'm usually mainly using the tip to smear it around. I'm not putting much in there at all. All right. And then I have some red glitter here. I got a little piece of cardstock. I let it sit on there just for a few minutes. Make sure it gets real good in there. So we'll speed this part up for you guys. Okay, guys. So what I like to do too in the back here, because it's a little wet from soft from the glue, rub your finger up into it. Do your nail like this, like you're scratching. And it kind of pops it out a little bit. That's what I like to do. And see, it kind of makes it look like a 3D heart. Then I also like using glossy accents whenever I can, because I really like this stuff. And you can make these hearts down here shiny. All right. And then while this is drying, we'll put this together. Again, you should see score lines. You just fold them in. Just fold in all the score lines. And then now this I like to use a dry adhesive. So here's my ATG gun. These you fold down. And you only leave about probably an inch from the top. Make sure there's none on the inside here because it'll mess with your card when you're trying to put it in. But then you'll fold this down. And then, I probably shouldn't have done that yet, but we'll do this way. The nice thing about crafting, there's always a way to round your mistakes, usually. And then fold that one down. And here's your little envelope. And when you're going to mail it out, you can put a strip across that or use tape, you know, some kind of fancy washi tape or something on the back. But when you're all done, this is how it should look. And I like the little hearts here, they're glossy. You also can add a stamp like I did here with this, but don't put it upside down, as you can see I did, with love. And then I always put my handmade from the heart on most of my cards. So if you guys enjoyed this video, please don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. That helps YouTube to share it across YouTube land. Also, check out in my description the links to my social media and my Facebook group. And if you guys did make this card, I'd like to see it posted in my Facebook group and what you guys did different. And as always, you guys, thanks for being here, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.